Yeah, peace and blessings, beautiful people. It's your friend Earl, DJ Be Easy, giving you another, episode of the Mix Up Podcast. And we got part 2 with Jay Rivera, author, MC, trainer, teacher, a man of many hats, man. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling blessed, brother. I'm feeling blessed, man. Thank you for having me once again.
Yes, sir.
The first time was a great experience. You're a great interviewer.
Thanks, man.
And I had a good time, telling my story. So
it was like a New York revisit, man.
Yeah.
Like on everything.
Yeah. And I'm glad to be back and share a little bit of what's been going on since the last time. So
True.
The book is out now. So
thus, show people the book, man, and tell people the title.
So this is the book, Born to Brawl, Gaining a Fighter's Edge in Business and Life.
Yes.
It's available on Amazon in paperback and in Kindle. And it came out November 3rd, so it's been a little over 2 weeks.
Nice.
And so far the response has been very positive, and I'm blessed to have been able to put this out, and hopefully it'll help a lot of people. That's the point of this book, to help people gain a little insight into what mixed martial artists does to train their bodies and minds, and people can use those techniques and tactics to apply them to their own lives and business and family and everything that's important to them.
Because one thing that we were talking about in part 1 of the interview that we did, I want to say, was it last month or 2 months ago? I'm losing track on time.
It may have been 2 months ago.
2 months ago, yeah. So during part 1, we were talking about, it was either the pillars or the principles.
Yes, the principles.
Yeah, so the principles, not just in, the fighting ring and whatnot, but it applies to all life. So how people feel about the principle, reading the book and then they jump into the principles so far. What's their response on that?
So I'm getting response mainly from family and friends right now, because those are the ones who are closest to me and are able to give me immediate feedback. And the response has been really good. One of the things I got back today from one of my buddies, John Camacho, who's a personal trainer, also a martial artist, was that he got something out of chapter 6. And the chapter was based around a mixed martial artist, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His name is Mike Jaramillo, or Jaramillo. Okay. And the thing that John got from that chapter was that Mike trains mixed martial artists. He trains UFC fighters.
Yes.
He trains high-level, competitors. And he instills in them to journal everything.
Really?
Yeah.
To
actually write in a book.
Huh.
Yeah. And the reason he does that, he says, Mike says that writing instills it in a different way, and ingrains it in the mind in a different way than just saying it or speaking it. And that you're able to actually track your progress better, what you did well in training and what needs improvement in training. And then you can track that by going back and looking at it, and then tracking your progress, saying, okay, I did this better this today, but I still need to work on this. And then constantly writing, journaling every day on what they're improving and what needs improvement. And that's what John got out of the chapter. He says he's gonna start applying that to his own training. Yeah,
because that's proper coaching in a sense, because I feel like with the Chicago Bulls teams and the Los Angeles Lakers teams that Phil Jackson coached, he had a philosophy of okay, we're going to work on these things besides just the whole triangle offense, but just work on your weaknesses so they could be strengths. So a lot of times when you work on it and you actually put it in writing, it's more than just somebody saying, hey, you got this play wrong or you got this technique wrong, but to learn how to do the technique correctly and write down, okay, this is how we're supposed to do it. That's a different psychology. In a sense, so it's embedded in you, and whatnot. And
that's something I also do for myself, for my own development. Is I write things down a lot. I have 3 or 4 journals. One for martial arts training, one for just life in general, one for business, business goals, and so I continue to make entries in those journals. And I need to do it more actually, because if I did it every day,
yeah,
I'd be perfect. But I'm not perfect. I'm striving for perfection.
We're all striving for perfection.
So I don't do it every day, but I do it often.
Yeah,
I should do it every day, but I'm working towards that. But what I find is that when I write things down, it becomes more real to me. So it's not just a thought, a random thought. It's something that I can see and hold myself accountable to.
And honestly, like that's why, you know, motivational speakers and people that's a part of the whole health development community, they tell people, write down your affirmations, write down, because the power of that pen to the paper, even with knowing you as the MC and on your other you know, endeavors and whatnot, that's a powerful thing. Yeah. Just to see those words and whatnot.
It's funny because you know, a lot of MCs nowadays will put their verses or whatever in their phones.
Yes.
I'm still old school, man. I still write my verses out on paper. I just feel it's a little more tangible to me, and it's just it just feels like more real, I guess. You know, it becomes something that I can actually touch and feel.
Yeah, because a lot of times with the phone and the tablet, it's great for jotting down notes real quick, but it's something more personal when you put in that
pen to paper.
It's way more personal and whatnot, and actually it's a real thing, because like, okay, I can have some notes for, you know, daily, you know, errands or whatever I got to get done for assignments, but for some reason when I write it down, I just remember it like automatically. Not trying to say I forget the phone or the tablet, but like again, pen to paper, something magical about that. Yeah. Or with the memory, everything.
I think it's something to the whole tactile feeling of actually making letters, making the letters to form words.
Yes.
And something that probably connects with the brain a little bit deeper, on a deeper level than just like typing it out, you know. Yeah. I'm making that up, but
but to keep it real, but it
makes sense to me.
There's truth to that, because if you think about, like, we're gonna go on a quick tangent. When it comes out to technology, I feel like there's like a disconnect with the soul a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, use technology because it's there. It makes life a little bit easier, but have a balance, have a healthy balance, and don't get too lost on the typing part, but the writing part is like, it's the holy grail of our minds.
Yeah, and it's becoming a lost art.
You know, it's a fun fact. There's a lot of kids that don't know how to write cursive anymore.
Yeah.
They don't teach it no more.
No, they don't.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, I think kids should at least know how to write, at least print, you know.
Print words,
Print words.
Yeah.
Cursive is, that's becoming like calligraphy. Like, that's becoming like an art in and of itself that people don't do anymore. I don't write cursive that much myself, other than signing my name.
Your signature on the check.
That's it. That's the only cursive I still do.
Wow.
But no, when I write, I usually just print the words out. But yeah, no, there's something to writing, man. Like you said, it's a connection to the mind, body, and soul, more so than other forms of getting words, like typing things out.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's definitely truth to it.
What are two other key points to this book that you want to tell the people right now?
So one of the main concepts of the book that came out was preparation. Because no matter what you do, preparation is key.
Yes.
Because that was a common theme amongst all the fighters I interviewed. Preparation was a common thread. They all prepared insanely. They all took preparation very seriously.
Yes.
Because preparation goes with everything else. It goes with confidence.
Yes.
It goes with just feeling ready. It goes with mindset. It just goes with everything, right? The more prepared you are, the more confident you are, the more better you can visualize things, and the better you do those things, the more prepared you're going to be. So it's like a very positive reinforcement when you're well prepared.
Because the thing is like a lot of times in that fight, there's going to be certain situations where a fighting style kind of makes that fight. But the thing is, if you're properly prepared to just, okay, let's just say that one round, the guy's handing it to you.
Right.
Handing it to you.
Right.
But then your preparation with your discipline, okay, when he's going to move left, and you notice the patterns, he keeps going left, he's becoming predictable, then you could just, recounter. So that's tie it into preparation.
Because the fight has a lot of variables.
Yes.
And just like life.
Yeah.
So shit's not always gonna go well. Things will mess up.
Yes.
Things will go wrong. But the more prepared you are to deal with it,
yes,
the better the outcome. And nothing can substitute preparation. And one of the other things that people will get from this book is just, as cliche as it may sound, just having like a positive outlook. Because like I said before, things will not always go your way. But if you get stuck in a rut, like right now we're going through this COVID
pandemic,
right? And there's a lot of people dealing with mental issues. And,
yes.
Right, and then we're going into the cold season, so we got seasonal depression to deal with as well. That's a real thing. And if you get down right now, you can go down a very dark path. Yeah,
and I'm starting to see a lot of people get. That's why I'm just always trying to instill positivity, because it's easy to go there, and then going there is just no man's land. But when you have positive reinforcements, like even on the darkest day, you can still see the light.
Still see the light.
Yeah.
So we have to see the light right now.
Yeah.
That's important, because in a fight, you may go through dark moments where you're in a really bad situation, but you have to focus on the outcome that you want.
Exactly.
And that will put you back on the path that you need to be on. And that's the path that we need to take right now in this current situation we're in with the pandemic. Because if we look at all the negatives and listen to all the noise out there that's telling us to be scared and this and that, then we're gonna live that way, and that's not a good way to live.
And that's not a way, we should be programming our minds to just, in a sense, just, react to this, react to that, but just don't react. Just, be
proactive.
Yes.
Take the necessary precautions, but don't stop living and don't stop reaching for your goals.
Amen to
because
that.
Because they're still there.
Yeah.
They're still attainable.
Yes, they are.
You just have to keep moving forward towards them.
And it's a mindset, and then also I like not trying to get all spiritual, but it is a spiritual battle going on. Yeah. Like truly with negative, evil energy versus the good, positive energy. So there's a lot of things going on right now while we head to the new year.
Absolutely.
And whatnot. So this book, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, you need some positivity. This book is going to give you some positivity. It's going to, in a realistic way, because there's nothing more real than a fight.
Seriously.
If you don't mind, I'll read the introduction.
No, go ahead for it.
All right, so the people can get a feel for what the book is about and what the book has to offer. So, have you ever wondered how a professional fighter thinks and what makes fighters do what they do? If so, you are not alone. To voluntarily participate in a physical confrontation where initially there is no perceived threat is a uniquely human trait. It's fascinating if you think about it. Whether amateur or professional, what goes through the mind of a fighter is something I often think about, as it is probably one of the most intense experiences a human being can have, and in this case, voluntarily.
Yes.
This intensity defines life in many ways to me, as it condenses all aspects of life into one event, a fight. The emotions experienced along with the unpredictability can make a fight an exhilarating event. Other animals have confrontations over territory, mates and food and such, but these are usually spur-of-the-moment impulsive confrontations and usually directly affect life and death. Therefore, the animals are simply reacting. Even when most other animals play fight, it usually appears to be spur-of-the-moment. To actually get into a mutually consented fight at an agreed-upon venue, at an agreed-upon time, with the intent to entertain an audience is a human phenomenon. Actively engaging in combat is something that can be seen as weird, scary, exciting, or just plain psychotic, depending on the observer. Yet, when you think about it, fighting is part of our lives. As a matter of fact, even within our day-to-day language, we often use fighting terminology such as, I'm coming out swinging, I got him on the ropes, I got knocked down, but I got right back up, stick and move, he's out for the count, I hit him with the 1-2 punch. Man, did I dodge that one. I need you in my corner, etc. Whether we are consciously aware of it or not, fighting is ingrained in our vocabulary. It is not a new phenomenon that fighting phrases have become part of our day-to-day language. Fighting has been part of our culture as human beings as long as we've existed on this planet. Furthermore, the fight-or-flight response is still encoded in our DNA as our physiology often displays. Sometimes, just thinking about a confrontation can be enough to raise your heart rate and alter breathing. Before a big business meeting, an interview, or an important sales call, people may even experience an adrenaline rush similar to the rush a fighter gets before a fight. That's our body's way of keeping us alert and ready for action. Let's take a concentrated look at the similarities between fighting and business. We can learn from fighters and use those similarities to our benefit. We need to understand how to harness the energy of the situation and win the fight. By our very nature, we as humans are born fighters.
Man. Yo, amen to that, because honestly, it's parallel. It's just what you're going through in the ring and what you're going through in real life. Real life is the ring. It's the ring. Yeah. So, honestly, like, I'm ready. I'm ready for more. Yeah, that was just an intro, y'all, just to let you guys know.
We have to be prepared to go to battle every day. And sometimes the rounds are easier than others.
Yeah.
Right now we're going through some tough rounds. Everybody's going through tough rounds, but we got to dig deep. Yeah. And we can get through it. We'll get through it, and it's gonna take this.
Your mental.
Take this and this.
Your mental, your heart,
and a lot of love. A lot
For
of
real.
love, man.
And honestly, that's all it takes, man.
Yeah.
And just to turn any situation around, and just build that foundation where, you know, if any negative energy comes your way, there's so much love around you, it's just going to bounce back.
You got to keep that love around you, because negativities, you're going to be bombarded with it. You're not going to be able to isolate yourself from it right now. So the counterbalance to that is going to be who you surround yourself with, and the information that you feed yourself. And that needs to be positive.
Knowledge is key on that one. And then also, we were talking about off air a little bit, nutrition and whatnot, and just putting the right stuff in your body. So in a sense, your preparation could like totally be on point when it comes down to the fight, stamina and whatnot.
Absolutely, yeah. What you put in your body is key. You gotta feed your mind good information, and you gotta feed your body good fuel, because what you feed yourself determines how you perform.
True.
So I consider my body a Ferrari. So I'm putting high octane in my body. You know.
Yes.
And I'm trying to eat as clean as possible. I'm not perfect in how I eat. You know, I will indulge in things that people may consider unhealthy, you know, but that's not the norm. It's not the norm.
The balance of it.
Most of the time, it's consisted of. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No worries.
I just tell people like what my diet may consist of normally, because I get this question quite often. And it's basically I eat when I'm hungry.
Yes.
And then I eat till I'm satisfied, not till I'm overfull.
Yes.
And a lot of protein. Like lean meats, try to throw a lot of veggies in there.
Yes.
And then, you know, eat the rice and beans, because that's my, you know, heritage. But, you know, don't overdo anything. Yeah. Not too much of one thing, you know. So,
it's the true balance of it, and everything is needed at a time. Yeah. You know, and long as us as people that are people in any arena understand that you can live a healthy life, and your health is your wealth in a sense.
Absolutely.
You know,
and I commend you, brother, for you know, taking on the health as a kind of a challenge, and challenge yourself to get, you know, in shape and stay in shape and eat healthier, and all this. All the positive things you're doing with your mind and your body, because that's important.
I noticed it was all connected, because there's some point in times where I'm like, okay, why do I feel like this negative energy? Why this day is dragging? And then it's like when you put in the wrong fuel in your body, you're going to get those type of results. But when you start, you know, being more mindful of what you're putting in your body, you'll just see a different way of thinking and living. So it is a true lifestyle and whatnot. It's a journey, but you know what? I'm happy to get the knowledge that I need to know, and now I know how to do better. And the thing is, with some of the little things you switch up, you can reverse like any hereditary or anything, you know, that was wrong with you, and even heal yourself in a sense. Because the body is an amazing thing, but you got to treat it like a temple, and it's all a correlation and whatnot. So, yo, thank you, man, because this is day 2 of a 3-day detox. So,
man, I noticed a difference in the, you know, your face is leaned out a bit, and you look better. You're just in the 2 months already, you know.
Yeah, so blessings on that, brother. Thank you.
Keep it up.
Yo, health is wealth, man, and also big shout out to Juicy J Juice Bar, because they're providing,
Juicy
you know,
J, I love that name.
Juicy J Juice Bar on Instagram and Facebook. They are providing the detoxes and whatnot. So definitely hit them up for more of that information. And I'm a living testimony of what they do. So I'm gonna keep shouting them out and whatnot. Yeah. But while I'm doing the shout outs, you do your shout outs for your Instagram, your Facebook, and where people can find the book as well.
All right, so the book, Born to Brawl, you can find it on Amazon, and you can find it on Amazon Kindle as well.
Yes.
Right now, and my Instagram is my business, which is Fight Fit. So Instagram.com/FightFit1.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/Fit2Fight, Fit the number 2 Fight, FITE, and JulianRiveraBooks.com is the website where the book and the link to the Amazon publication is on the website as well. Yes. JulianRiveraBooks.com. Books with an S. So, so that's where people can find me. And one of the fighters in the book, his name is Matt Bissett. He's fighting today. He should be fighting within the next probably 15 to 20 minutes or so, actually, on YouTube. Bellator, YouTube Live. It's a Bellator event. Mohegan Sun Casino. He's there. So shout to Matt Bissett. Let's go, Manglers. Do your thing. And shout to all the fighters in the book and everyone out there that's fighting a good fight. Let's keep brawling.
And keep rolling. And also just, definitely, again, don't want to sound like a broken record. Your balance. Keep your balance. Keep everything in perspective, and keep your energy positive. And you know what? You're going to win the fight.
Yeah.
You're going to win the fight. It's your mindset.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get that book, man. And dude,
this is going to be your copy, man. I'm going to sign this, and this is going to be your copy.
Yo, blessings on that, brother. Blessings.
Thank you for everything you do, putting positive information out there. We need more people like you, man. Let's get this collective consciousness moving in the right direction with positivity and love.
Dude, I truly appreciate you. Jay Rivera, y'all. We'll be back next week. And, peace and blessings, and continue to spread positive energy, y'all, because he's a living embodiment of it, and we're seeing more of it. So, everybody, peace and blessings. I'll see you guys next week.
Peace and blessings.